Welcome back to the Lights Out podcast. I'm Roze and I am your new host. I am here joined with
Anthea, familiar face.
Jules, and I'm Riya.
Okay, so hi everyone. How do you feel being on the podcast?
Hello. We're happy to be here. I'm a bit nervous, but happy to be here too. Yeah,
What
that
about
too.
you?
Can't be that nervous when you're around us, you know.
We're just with the Lights
We're
Out
just the
energy.
girls.
Just girls. Just girls.
First question is, what are your roles in the team?
I'm the low voltage sub lead for the electrical team.
Yeah, awesome. And I'm the electrical lead for the team.
Department lead.
What about you, Anthea?
Department lead.
What about me? Who's I'm sure they wouldn't know.
What many roles do you have?
Oh, you know, just one like on paper.
Like this emotional support person and everything else.
Yeah. Well, you know, someone's gonna be there.
Mother of the team.
Thanks, girl.
She's the youngest too.
Yeah, I think I guess
Exactly.
Yeah, so what is your role like entail? What do you guys do for your role?
So like our department is responsible for all of the electrical parts of the internal combustion and the electric vehicle that we're designing. So yeah.
Yeah, so mine is because the EV car has two like major systems, high voltage and low voltage. So I look after the low voltage system of the car. So yeah.
Yeah. And she's doing a great job.
So what's like the difference between the high voltage and the low voltage systems? if it's that major of a difference.
Well, low voltage, well, I look after the sensors and just anything that uses
Low
below
volt.
60 volts.
Yeah, below 60 volts.
Yeah, yeah, like low voltage.
Oh my god, no.
Really? Who would have thought?
Yeah, I look after the components that doesn't require high voltage.
Yeah. I think by technical standards, high voltage is anything above
Above
1,000 volts. But by FSA standards, it's like, yeah, anything above like 60 volts.
So is there
Yeah.
like a very big difference to like the technical terms and then the FSAE terms, or is it pretty similar?
It's pretty similar. I think there are definitely like a few terms that are specific to FSA. For instance, like the accumulator for like the battery box, which is not something that I've had apart from FSA. So
Yeah, I think that was the first thing I asked
yeah.
when I joined the team. What's the
Okay, well, since you
How is
asked,
it different?
now we can ask
What is it?
Yeah, what is it?
So the accumulator is basically the battery for the electric vehicle that we're designing.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's a battery.
It's a
Battery.
battery.
Kinda like-
it's basically a battery.
It's a series of battery cells
Yes.
that are connected together. To
Oh my god, like the adopter cell. Is that what the...
Yes,
Oh!
that's exactly it, right?
Yeah.
So like adopted
No,
cell the whole time.
I knew where adopter cell was, and I knew what an accumulator was. I just didn't know they were like together.
Yeah,
They're
so
a couple.
for adopter cell, we're going to have the battery blocks that we're going to be purchasing for our accumulator. So that's the one that people are going to be able to adopt, pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
you get to adopt one.
Yeah, it's cute. They get to have their names on the car, so which is
Okay.
pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. So what made you guys like want to get into the team?
Well, I wasn't even like planning on joining the team. I actually met FSAE. I think it was at Open Day 2022. And I think Yash was talking to me about their media. He was actually responsible for the media team, and he was like uploading stuff on Instagram. And I took a bunch of pictures of the team members back then, and then he asked me to send it to him, and he uploaded it on Instagram. And I saw it, and the quality was absolutely terrible. He did a terrible job. So I told him that, and then he was like, "Oh, can you like help me with it?" And that's how I slowly sort of entered into the team.
But how did you know Yash?
So I knew Bowen. Like I was friends with Bowen because he was in the Engineers Society. So I was working with him there. So that's how I got introduced to the team.
okay.
Yeah, that was the first day I met Yash, Shahid, Morgan, a few other people too.
What are you guys like? There's something you call the There's like the original 10.
Yeah.
The original 10. It always sounds really cute. I hear it around.
It's like the original 10 Avengers.
Yeah, that's what I always think of. That's all I've been like hearing since
Yeah.
new members.
Yeah.
So like all I hear is like, oh yeah, the original 10. I know like 5 people in the
Yeah.
original 10. I know that's you, Yash, Bowen, Shahid, and Morgan. Those are counted in the original 10. I don't know who the other 5 are.
What about Karthik?
Karthik's like
much later.
Karthik's like
Oh,
new,
okay.
bro.
Oh,
He's fairly new. I was actually not part of like the starting team. I think.
Really?
Yeah, because
Well,
was
no one
it?
knows that one.
I don't think it was. I don't even think it was an original 10. I think it was like I know there was Yash, Shahid, Bowen. I don't know who else was actually there.
Was there that photo that you posted, like reposted from 2020
Yeah.
to October 2nd? I
Oh my
literally remember
gosh,
because I was
yeah.
telling Bowen like the exact date it was, and it was like an exact 2 years from the day that I like re-showed him.
Yeah.
That's the one you posted on your story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
That
the
was-
original 10 are in there.
They. Yeah, I'm not.
Who are they? I don't know, but I know
knows?
they're
They're
there. they're there. Okay.
But that was like such a cute day. Like we had like an entire like photo session inside Makerspace. It was like it was really
It's
cool.
like-
Everyone wore like white shirts. It's a really good picture.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's
you
like
guys all look cute.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
like when family members, like family portrait time, and they all come in
Pretty
their
much.
suits.
We need one like every year.
That would be so cute.
That'd be so cute.
That'd be great.
That needs to be
Yeah.
like a annual and then because we have our own space. Like obviously right now we have the project room, but you know depending on where we move to, like and just like have it, you know, like on the wall, like when families have their photos just like going and it's like framed. Loki,
that would be really
am I
cute.
about to implement that after this podcast?
I think you have every right to. Just be
Yeah.
we're taking family photos.
We're
now.
taking a photo, yeah, and it's gonna be called the whole the
Yes.
family photo hall.
Oh,
yeah.
that'd be cute.
Okay, so I now have another thing to do. Yay!
Secretary stuff.
And we have to wear like matching. Like,
Yeah.
matching
It doesn't have to be FSA matching. Something has to be matching. Every year has to be different though.
Yes.
But like you have to be matching in some way, even if it's all like same tops and like the same like blue jeans.
Yeah.
And then the next year could be like the same like something else. Okay.
That's smart.
Brains,
confusing.
gears are turning, guys.
Now, all 3 of you guys are international students, correct?
Yeah.
Half and half.
Half and half.
Half and half.
Okay.
Classified as domestic
Yeah,
student
bit.
because from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I'm not from New Zealand, but like technically it's international because it's outside of Australia. I don't
Yeah.
know.
New Zealand
Yeah.
and Australia have a tendency to be like cousins. Like they're,
Yeah.
like
They're
both
sister
together.
countries.
Yeah.
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 But so because you guys all obviously had to travel here, what made you guys be like, okay, it's Australia that I'm gonna go to, and then how do you guys find that process of coming here and the travel and everything?
Well, I don't know. Well, I didn't really plan on going here. Like I got here this year, and then I was planning to get here last year, but I didn't really like in the beginning of last year. I didn't really think I would be in Australia, so it was just. I think it's impulsive as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it took me like a month to process everything, but then my visa got delayed, and then I got delayed. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was okay. I don't know.
No, that's fair. For me, I actually came here in 2016. So I have my mum's side of the family here. So like my mum's sister lives here. So I came here in 2016 for a month to visit her, and I absolutely loved the place. And I've always wanted to sort of move out of India. Like I never had like long-term plans to like stay there. So I did want to like, you know, do further studies or something like that. So I figured Australia was a really good place to move to. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
What do you know? What about you, Anthea? What made you be like, yeah, Australia?
I had no choice. My family moved here, and then so I came with them. And then
Is it like
Yeah.
a work related thing? Or like
the way my family
Great.
moved here.
Yeah.
Not really. It was just that they wanted to move out because where we lived, well, like where I lived before this, it's like a very small town. That like no public transport or anything, small town. And then they just like wanted to be in a bigger city, but like there's a lot of big cities in New Zealand. But then I don't know. It was quite random because I actually hadn't applied to any unis here because I didn't know I was going to move here. And the application process for universities in Australia is actually different to the New Zealand one by a lot. So I'm like stressed applying for unis. last minute, even though I got into all the unis I wanted to in New Zealand. So, you know, ended up here. It was like I've been here before. Last year, we were actually in Parramatta. And like we went down like the river. Like I've been here, but I didn't think I'd like be here.
Yeah.
You know, I was just like, oh my God, a vacation. And then I was back here again.
I'm stuck here. Great.
Little
And
did
now
you
I'm like
know.
at a podcast.
I have a team. I have to manage everyone. Like, oh my God.
Who would have thought that river? Yeah, I can see it every day now.
Yeah. So how was there like a big culture change from coming here from your homeland?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Definitely. There's a pretty big culture change. But again, I feel like I grew up watching like, you know, Hollywood movies and stuff like that. So I always like not looked up to the culture. Like I always wanted to sort of experience it, I guess. So I don't feel like there was a huge shock when I came here, but yeah, it is definitely a culture change for sure.
The first thing that surprised me was how early like shopping malls closes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
6 p.m.
Yeah, I think today it's 9 because it's
The
Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah, I don't know why it's a Thursday thing, but
But back home, usually everything closes at 10, 11.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, we have things open at 6 p.m. You know, to like get the night started.
Nice.
Yeah, Australia's nightlife, especially Sydney's nightlife, is not like the best. Like everyone kind of really talks about it. Well, speaking of nightlife, have you guys experienced like the clubs and like all this, like, you know, from aside from the team, how is it socially here?
I'd say it's pretty good.
Two types of people.
Well-
the only people I talk to.
Yeah, well, technically I've been here for like 2.5 years now. You got here
am.
this year,
Yeah.
so that makes sense. I definitely feel like there's a lot of opportunity to meet people. Like, I've been like, I think because I've been here for 2 years and I'm around the same people all the time, I sort of like really this year I really wanted to sort of go and meet people doing other things. So I like joined all of these like group chats on Instagram, and I did actually go for a few events. There's like the Sydney Girls group chat that's going on, and they host like events. So I went to this comedy club once, and it was actually a lot of fun. Like I went by myself, which is not something that I normally do. It was very intimidating, but everyone was super nice. The stand-up comedians were like amazing. So I'm like trying to sort of like kind of put myself out there so that I can meet people from other, you know, walks of life.
Yeah.
Too.
Actually, I noticed that here too.
Yeah.
People are generally nice.
Mm.
Like very randomly, like in the morning when you're walking, like going to the train station,
Mm-hmm.
and then someone would like just say hi, good morning. We don't do that back home.
Really?
That's very
Oh. Do
true.
that.
Yeah. Even back
Yeah.
home, like that's not a common thing
Yeah.
at all. But here I feel like everyone's generally very like inviting and just, yeah.
Well, that's good that you
Okay.
guys have like a good
Yeah.
experience with like
Yeah.
meeting people and walking to the train station, because train stations are a bit
Shady. Especially Kingswood Station. I'm scared for my life anytime I'm there. So
I feel like I'm like the most fearless person when I'm at Kingswood because of the amount of people that say, like, you know, be careful, like, I'll drop you off and everything. I'm like, I got this. I don't know where I'm going, but it's like, I got this. Like, let me, like, prove you wrong. I don't know why I do that. I'm actually, like, the most fearless person at Kingswood Station.
But you also are a very fearless person. Like I don't.
Thanks, girl.
that is true.
Really? It's
Strong.
like, I have a lot of
Strong,
anxiety, but thanks.
independent.
Thanks, we don't, like, need to talk about it. Thanks, girl.
I think you're a very fearless person. I think you're a very determined person.
Mm.
You're like you remind me of that audio where it's like, if you ever see me fighting a grizzly bear, help the bear. You're like
I've never heard that before. That's kind of funny.
Really, I'll show it to you afterwards. It's so I say it to my sister all the time. Anyways, back on topic. We recently had our AGM happen. How did you guys like the AGM? What were your takeaways from that? And stuff?
I want to first of all give a shout out to Anthea, and I think Bowen also helped out. I think so. It
Yeah.
was the two of you. It was really cool to like get out of uni and then go somewhere else for the AGM.
And dress up.
And dress up.
That one was compulsory. I literally, when I
Yeah.
bid the event request, like lodged the event, the first thing I was like, because obviously, like, I didn't lodge it like with Bone or anything. Like, I did the risk assessments and all of that, and I lodged it, and it, like, you know, you get to choose if it's a dress code, and if I change it in the future,
Mm-hmm.
I then have to wait like for the event to be approved. And I was like, it's now or nothing because I'm not waiting for another like 7 days of approvals. That's a long time, man.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let's make it a dress code. And I was actually going to do it black tie, or like really formal. But then I was like, yeah, but we're all like broke uni students.
Yeah,
I was actually like, who's actually like, because then everyone has to go shopping and then like,
Yeah.
really shopping, like, like
Suits and
like $500 shopping. I was like, I wouldn't do that to the team. I wouldn't do that to myself. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's about the team. I wouldn't do that to myself.
Yeah.
But I thought like a dress up would be really cute because like it was a city motorsport park and the best suite that they have on a cars on track night. Like, oh my goodness.
And the cars there, oh my god! I just kept looking at the cars, like I wasn't hearing anything. I just like you just heard.
Maybe
the
don't
cars.
say that on like record
It's okay. It's okay.
This is a safe space.
until it gets posted.
The time it's posted, Bowen can't do anything to me about it. It's fine. I'll figure out everything that was said. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think.
I was telling Rhea when we were walking up
Mm-hmm.
the suite. I was telling her I feel like a wag today.
Yeah.
She was dressed like it too. Like she was like holding her jacket and walking up the stairs, and I was like, "Yep."
You guys all did. It was so cute.
It was.
yeah, it
It
was
was a
really
really
nice.
fun night.
But yeah, thank you for organizing that for us. That was really good.
Part of the job description.
Had to. But thank you.
Nah, it's okay. I could have just done it how we had done it last year. But I was like, nah, you know what? Let's just like make it a little bit cooler for the team.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like have a fun night. You know, as opposed to like
Something
a
new.
team meeting. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was basically like a team meeting with that, you know, like leads doing minutes. But I was like, let's take it out of the like aspect because we had the team meeting like on Monday, and I was like, do we want 2 team meetings in a row? So yeah, I was like, let's make it fancy.
And I think especially for like students' mental health, I think always coming back to uni, even like just for the meetings, can get really, really draining because you're back at uni. So a change of scenery was really, really good, I think.
Yeah.
It was fun getting there too because like everyone because not everyone has a car or like not everyone wants to drive. There was almost every car had carpooling going on, and that's always sick. It's always fun getting there.
It's always fun to carpool with your friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
So another topic that I want to talk about is women in STEM, because you guys are women in STEM. How do you like?
Here we are.
How is it being a woman in STEM? Is it challenging? Is it accepting? Do you feel like you're constantly like? I hear some people say like, "Oh, I constantly have to break down like gender roles, even like not with STEM, but because STEM is such a male-dominated industry. How do you guys find it being a woman in it?"
And not just like STEM and your like as an electrical department, but also like with your degrees, like outside of like with your degrees and your
like
degrees.
being an engineer and like your future.
Yeah,
careers
what's
and
your
everything.
degrees?
Yeah, what's your degrees?
Oh, I did my bachelor's in electronics and communications back home. I initially wanted to take aeronautical because I wanted to be an astronaut when I was aeronautical.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you said something else.
Yeah,
She loves space.
I do love space. I used to tell my dad and my mom, if I get to space just once, I can just vanish there.
Aww.
I love space.
Cute.
Yeah.
So you're doing your masters now.
Yeah, in telecommunications.
What about you, Ria?
I'm doing my master's in electrical engineering.
What was your undergrad?
My undergrad was Bachelor's of Electrical and Electronics Engineering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
didn't know
triple E,
that.
your ECE?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know what the ECE, triple E, okay.
Those are like the 2 like very common engineering degrees back home. ECE and
I
triple
didn't
E.
know electrical and electronics
Yeah, that's
existed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's real as fuck. You're it's so real.
We had electrical back home and then electronics and communications.
Yeah, that's the thing back home too. But yeah, just with my experience, I was actually thinking about that on the way here. So just speaking from my experience from back home, like obviously I'm from India. I definitely feel like things are really different back there. I feel like women doing engineering is still a very like, I don't want to say taboo, but it's like it's not a very like super common thing there. And I definitely like faced just guys in my classes, you know, trying to take over the work instead of letting me do it because they would be like, oh, you know what, we can do it better.
Yeah, and they would ask you to like do the paperwork.
Yes.
Really?
Absolutely. That was like it would like bug me a lot back home. And funny enough, when I did my undergrad, I actually joined a motorsport team back home. Yeah, I still think about that. That's like just super funny. And I actually ended up leaving because I had this friend who was part of the team too, and the guys on the team were literally like bullying her because she didn't speak the language that they spoke.
Wow.
And I literally like handed my resignation the next day because she was like bawling her eyes out. The day that they were like bullying her in front of everyone, it was pretty bad. Like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I feel like, at least back home, I feel like women in STEM, it's like not as, I don't feel like we're like respected as much as here. Like, I have actually like not felt that at all here.
That's good, at least.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, most people here are really like supportive of women in STEM here, and there are a lot of opportunities too for women.
Yeah,
Really
that's
Jules.
the same for me. Well, back home, I mean, the guys are nice. I mean, in my class,
That's
I'm
good.
friends with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
There were only like, I would say 10% of us are girls in my class. But well, it's weird for me because when I got here, I would have expected that there would be more women in, like in my job. I'm the only girl technician in my job, like the only one
Which
in
is
my
pretty cool.
company of 200 people, and there's just me.
Damn.
Yes, but they don't treat me differently,
Okay.
so that's cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah,
the
that's-
bare minimum, but let's like
Yeah.
okay.
Like, thanks for the bare minimum. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so back home, it was kind of like they kind of saw you as like just paperwork person. Like, you.
Usually, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
secretary or
Yeah.
admin, you would say.
Pretty much. Whenever it would be anything to do like with like hands-on work,
Yeah.
because obviously our degree is very like hands-on, they would just be like, "Oh, let us do it. You can just like sit back and relax," which I never wanted to do because that's how you like learn, like by doing
Yeah.
practical things. But yeah,
So the challenges were pretty much just what we expected, men being sexist in STEM most of the time.
yeah, definitely. That was like a common theme back home, at least from my experience. No one. I'm not coming at anyone here.
I'm glad
Her name calls. Like, you, and you.
That's what I would have done. You're better than me. Then I hold grudges. No, I'm joking. So like with being here in Australia in your classes and you're obviously in your masters, it's much more friendly environment. You guys feel like, but like you guys are it's very rare to find women, but it's not like you guys are segregated because you're women. Is that kind of how
True.
it feels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely have like quite a few girls in my class, funny enough. At least in electrical specifically. I don't know how it is for telecom. Do you feel like you have women in your classes? Not much?
Not
Okay.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, very nice. I never really like knew about women in STEM much. Like when I was younger, I was like, oh, I wanna be a scientist. I wanna do this and this, and then I kind of gradually left that field. So it's interesting to like, and it's also very inspiring to see you guys in your fields and be very strong and like, you guys are. I look up to you guys a lot, especially with like being my first year.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. It's like being in my first year, and especially because I'm so young, even though I don't feel like it. You guys are very much like big sisters that I never had type thing. So it's interesting, and I'm glad that you guys are having much better experience in Australia than back home. So it's
Yeah, definitely.
Another thing I wanted to ask is I struggle a lot personally with maintaining like my social life and my uni life. I think my first semester I kind of just stayed in a shell and only did uni work. So as you guys like are now doing your masters, how do you guys handle all of that? Like, because I feel like you guys have a pretty good pattern going on. Like you guys are not depressed in a room like me. So how do you guys handle stress with like uni and the team and work?
You want to take that one? Because my time management is not good.
Well, I don't really have a social life, and I don't mind.
Oh,
Like, well, the team. I mean,
thanks, girl. It's like I'm like nothing, sitting here like I'm no one.
We went to the
Jules.
market.
no, I mean,
We took you out.
outside FSAE,
Yeah.
and that's fine with me. I don't mind because I like staying at home.
Yeah.
And my social battery gets drained easily.
Yeah.
Like if I go out with, this happens back home. If I go out with my friends, they wouldn't see me. I'll be MIA for like 2 weeks. You won't see me. Yeah. But how do I balance this stress? I don't know. I'm not doing
You
very
don't.
much.
There it is. There it is, guys. If you know, though, let us know.
Yeah, please.
We would love
We're
to.
dying, please. What about you, Ria?
How do I like manage everything? It's honestly really difficult, I won't lie, because I think it's really easy to focus on FSA sometimes and like kind of not give your uni too much importance. Like sort of finding that balance is really difficult. But yeah, I feel like we're all like friends on the team, so I feel like I love like hanging out with you girls.
Me too.
Yeah, that's like
Aww.
Oh no, sorry. It was supposed to be there. I'm sorry.
Thanks, girl.
Damn,
Oh, wait, no, you
Jules,
said
okay.
it. You said her.
but yeah, so I mean we went to the markets the
That
other
was
day.
fun.
That was fun.
Anthea wasn't there.
That was very fun.
Anthea
Yeah.
decided to like sleep for the first time in 7 days.
We're very proud
No,
of you. We're
which-
very proud of
which
you.
we love. We
We're
love
very
to
proud
see
of
it.
you.
Thanks, girl. It was just one time.
But yeah, like yeah. I mean I feel like the AGM sort of gave us that excuse to actually go to the markets and thrift some stuff to wear. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
that was fun.
FSA is kind of, it's a way to be social while doing something that's in your career.
Yeah, I definitely
No.
say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good at least.
Mhm.
I think it's because like we like all have our like roles, right? Like we all have work to do on the team, but we're all like, looky, maybe some might say 2, but I'd say pretty chill. Like we're all like, yeah, you do like at the Saturday workshops, for instance. Like okay, yeah, you get your work done. And it's like you're there at 10 a.m. and you're just working, and then by the evening, it's kind of like, oh my god, does everyone get food or do we just go sit outside? It's always just like we get the work done, but because we're also so like playful and everything with each other that it's like it just doesn't really feel just work all the time.
That's true. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, me too. I think this team is very like, it's very, for me personally, it showed me a lot how to work in like workplace environments before coming into the workplace. And we all grew, like I think all the girls we have all have like a really close friendship. Like I think we're all like a little buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's cool. Speaking of like friendships and all this, I remember the first time I met Jules. I think it was the first time or the second time. She gave me a friendship bracelet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun.
I'm wearing one now.
And I remember being like, I remember coming home and being like to my sister, look, I got a friendship bracelet. And my sister's like, how the hell did you get a friendship bracelet? You're not friends with anyone. So how like, I thought like that was like a very like core memory of mine, being like, oh, like I like her a lot. She bought me a friendship.
You're too close to that one. No, you get closer.
Yeah, so what like, because I know that the friendship bracelet's due to the fact that you're a Taylor Swift fan.
I am. Oh, actually,
Oh yeah. We both
we
are.
went.
Yeah, we went to the
We
concert.
went to the concert.
How was it?
Ooh, fun. I went there
It was-
alone.
Oh,
Which is like so badass.
I thought you
Wait,
went
can
to-
I say
Yeah,
that
you
word?
can
Okay.
say that. Yeah.
This
is shitty before.
Oh, I did. Okay.
You're okay.
I don't even realize it anymore. But yeah, it was like so much fun. Like I went with a friend of mine who's also like a massive Taylor Swift fan. But yeah, it was honestly like I don't know. It just felt like my childhood dreams came true. It was it was incredible. Like her stage presence was like unlike anything I've ever seen. It was just, we were just screaming to like the music. It was incredible. I loved it. And it was just, it was just so fun because I met like Taylor Swift fans there, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And I was so sad because I couldn't make friendship bracelets before I went because I ran out of time because it was like, well, when was this? This was in Feb, I think. Yeah, I was still busy with like FSA stuff during that time, so I didn't get any time to make bracelets. And there was this one girl who like I just randomly had a chat with her, and she just like handed me like bracelets. And it was just, I don't know, I just like love the community that we have. Like we're all there for like the same thing. It's just
Girlhood.
love it.